Alrighty then, folks. More ESO here in just a moment. Hopefully everybody's doing alright. But yes. Oh, shoot. I knew I forgot something. There we go. Community guides. Subscribing should give you a good idea as to what we're going to be doing this particular stream to get started. If we have any time after finishing up scribing, we'll get started on the story quest. Or probably just fill the time with IA. Bong! There we go. There we go. There we go. But yeah, where we last left off, we started our way through the Navel of the Fetch to do to open up the Wing of the Netch quest. And then of course it sent us over to one of the usual focal points, as you saw in the previous quests. Unfortunately, when we got there, all we had was, well, you'll see in just a moment. Fine, I'll take the damn shit. But yeah, our Echo of the Netch turns out to be this little, bit of red meat.
Hey there! I thought you could use some help tracking down the Fable. It seems like this Netch has a very distinct sense of humor. I'm willing to play along for now, if you are.
Well, I'm always willing to give a comedian a chance. Unless they're racist. So how do we play along?
The Netch is a trickster, but it's also proud of its wit. Getting back in hand with someone like that is simple. Flatter them. Reminds me of a Covenant knight I once met who tried all night to get my attention. But that's a story for another day.
Let me guess. Did that name end up rhyming with Marion Haltier? But I digress. How do you think we should flatter a Netch? How do you do that?
I think we do just as they did in the Fable. Here, allow me.
Go right ahead.
Great and glorious Netch, your cleverness exceeds us. We beseech your aid in finding your true Fable. Guide us to your netchy bosom. Make our lofty dreams come true. I think it worked. Quick, follow them.
Well... we're following a bunch of squirrels now.
Good heavens! Good heavens! I say!
Okay, so we got a focal point.
Aha! You found it! The true fable! Not as good as my version, of course.
Fable of the Netch Annotated. There were stories of unusual fortune and luck, riches found by the poor, love found by the lonely. Vardenfell was abuzz with these tales. The so-called miracles were not replicable by the tribunal and caught the attention of the... excuse me? I was reading that shit. Thank you. Vardenfell was abuzz with these tales. The so-called miracles were not replicable by the tribunal and caught the attention of the clergy. Priest Lucilan intended to find the source of these mysterious blessings. Lucilan first visited a farming village in the Grayslands. There, a child had run away from home to an island southeast of town. It was a dangerous place full of monsters. But when the search party found the boy, he was sitting among a flock of pecking hens. The child said a netch had rained on each monster that approached and turned them into chickens. The village held a feast and dined on the birds, which were filling but tasted of sulfur. For a generation after this, the island remained empty of monsters. Near the northeasterly town of Voss, danger grew in an island nearby devoted to Molly B, southeast of the town. Start there. From there, Lucilan went northwest around Red Mountain, then south to a Stonewood riparian settlement. He met a caravaner who had no coin to spare just a fortnight ago. As she was deep in debt, now she was offering rides to passengers for free. Lucilan asked her to explain this reversal of fortune. She said that while waiting for a passenger on the riverbank, a netch floated up from the water, spooking her silt strider into the deepest part of the river. The creature panicked and quickly went under. When the caravaner dove in after it, she found a passenger ship that had gone missing years ago. She had saved her silt strider and recovered a shipment of treasured jewels. More than enough to cover the debt. Lucilan pled for the caravaner to tell him more of the strange netch, but she said nothing. After this, Lucilan spent many lonely nights on the road when he realized he had wandered in a circle. He ventured next to the Zainab in the Grayslands, where locals pointed him to a ruin in the foothills of Red Mountain. Inside the ruins, he found an elder Ashlander talking to the air as if he spoke to a grandchild. Who are you talking to? Lucilan asked. The elder explained that when he was an explorer in these rooms, he fell from one of the bridges. It would surely be the end of him, but before he landed in the lava below, a set of pale tendrils caught him. They set him safely back on the ground. Since that day, he returned to the ruins whenever he wanted to feel that familiar presence. In fact, his netch friend was floating near Lucilan now. He was surprised Lucilan didn't feel the tendril on his shoulder or feel the weightless joy bound on by the netch. Lucilan left with haste, but when he returned to his order, his findings were deemed insufficient. Despite this, Priest Lucilan would not let go of the idea of the netch and was ridiculed for this belief. At last, wandered among the islands on Azura's coast, he saw the ghostly pale netch, neither animal nor spirit. The miserable Lucilan could finally see the netch too, and he felt buoyant. Okay, Voss, Balmora, Nichuleft, which you should never confuse with Nichuleftink, and Sadrith Mora. Let's have a chat with our double votary notary.
Any luck finding the real fable?
Alright, time for the customer support. There we go. There we go.
Any luck finding the real fable?
I did. Any insight in these locations?
Let me look. Here, this part about the river settlement. I bet anything that's Bulmera.
Let's go ahead and have a chat.
Something keeps tugging on my robes, like a child playing a game. But no one's there. It's the Netch, isn't it? This blob of yours is testing my patience.
Take a deep breath, let it out, and let me know if you have any insight in locations or notes.
Let me see. This bit at the end that mentions Azura's coast. I bet it's referring to Sadrith Mora and Tel Galen.
Okay, good to know. Talk to Votary Laren here.
There are so many awe-inspiring creatures whose shape this luminary might have taken. Indrik, dragon, griffin, and yet it's a Netch. It's rather silly.
Any clues?
Let's see... Ah, right at the top here. The Daedric Ruins. I don't know the name, but they're on an island southeast of Voss. If only the place was still full of chickens like the fable says.
Yeah, I wish it was. Unfortunately, I think the chickens started to evolve into clan fear, so we'll have to take that as we go, I think. And now, last but not least, our yard bird.
Well, more tricks? Or did you find the real fable of the Netch?
Found the real one. Any clues on the locations?
Fable. Of course. I remember it well. Let's see. There was mention of the Zainab, yes? The ruins you seek are called Nechuleft.
So, as usual, pretty much obvious. And now, Portal to Vardy. Where in Vardy is this going to pop us out at? We are at Sadrith Mora. Oh, Vindava. Go ahead and pop over to Tel Mora.
That felt good.
There we go. That's our first fragment. Number 2 is going to be in Balmora. There we go. There we go. And that should get us right where we need to be with here, and then pop over to Balmora for this part of the Wing of the Netch. We'll do this first one here. There we go.
You look like you could use a drink. Help me out, will you?
And that's our second key fragment for the Netch. And then the third one they said was in Chulef. So back to Telmora. I don't know why they didn't put this and then the others. Some reason why they don't freaking. I don't get why they freaking do this quest order.
And we're off!
Like I said, do not confuse Chuleft with Chuleft King. Into the depths. There we go. Now to reveal the Netch's door. On the south side of Sadrith Mora. Fuck, if I'm not fucking going out through all that crap. I don't care how close the base train is to the exit. I'll pay the 73 gold.
Oh, dear Tyrion, how I long to see you smile.
Yes! Are we going to race?
Oh, wonderful! This is going to be a fun one, isn't it? Wing of the Netch. Wing of the Netch. There are 5 different doors here, sweetie. Okay, now you're just being a fucking prick.
Welcome to my little grotto. Drink it in. You found the Netch. I hope I live up to expectations.
Yeah, I expected to be annoyed, and, yeah, you certainly met expectations in that regard.
Behold, my beauty, my splendor. A gift to you, not Ulfsealed. You have worked hard to find me. I know why, of course. I always know why. Confirm for me, please. Ulfsealed is gone, yes?
Yep. I'm following, trying to learn this scribing stuff.
Said that might happen. I hoped she was mistaken. She often was. Well, no Ulfsealed, no problem, not Ulfsealed. You have a naturally buoyant spirit, I can tell. This will be an effervescent experience. Let us begin.
Alright, where do we start?
Let's open the door to my domain and let some of my beauty, my majesty, into the Scalarium.
Fine. Just don't fuck anything up more than it already is with squirrels. We already have a problem with foxes eating the fucking pages. Reconnected.
Such a remarkable way of setting books down. Very deliberate.
Dip.
I'm supposed to test you. But tests are weighty, not good for floating. I prefer games. Easier to win and just as easy to prove how clever you are. Oh, listen to me, droning on like the dragon. Anyway, I have some games for us to play.
Wow, first off, Netch, you sound like a weird mix between Vanis Galarian and Jigsaw. Second off, what kind of games do you have in mind?
The kind of games that make people feel lighter. Games that show how buoyant life can be. There are many who need the help of my benevolent and loving tendrils.
Maybe I was a little bit too far. Vanna G and, let's see, Vanis Galarian and Q from Star Trek. There we go. What kind of help you have in mind?
Oh, anything to take the weight off the shoulders.
Where can I find it?
Land in search of 7 orbs. Only with orbs in hand, when the warrior is high in the night sky, can you wish? I kid. They're right here. Only complete those that make you feel the most buoyant. I'll handle the rest.
Okay.
See what you make of my little games.
Okay. What do we got? Our games. The Tinker's Game. A tinkerer will lose their trade if their next invention is not successful. Collect rare materials for them by defeating powerful enemies in the Forgotten Waste and into Left Inc. A Game of Honor. Battle rages in Imp City. Soldiers who lost their lives and not been paid proper respects defeat Daira. Okay, I'm assuming that the niche can't type because tentacles. Defeat Daedra in the city and collect these tokens of the Fallen. Game of Goods. Traveling group of merchants were robbed of their belongings. Recover them from Vassar did not mines. Game of Ash. Kill Daedra in Vardy. Fisher's Game. Luminary Blessed Fish in Vardy. And, oh yeah, complete a mirror board incursion. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. For the sake of our future children and grandchildren, I put these tales to paper for posterity, for I know my husband will not. Even if you read about such sentimental things, you know how he is. Sometimes I think his notes just grow wings and flutter off. I was a wild thing back when we met, raised by clever folk who made their homes all over Skyrim. They were not the parents of my birth, but told me my mother was a Nord, my father was a Briarheart, and that I was stolen as a bag from the nest of a Hagraven. I was wild, tempestuous, and beaky, sharp and spiteful beyond my years. I loved to talk and play with the birds in the wood or the animals in the glen, and I guarded my heart with brambles, so I never doubted this truth to this tale of my parentage. I grew steady like a reed on the riverside, the worlds of magic I could see moving across the lane, guiding my hand and teaching me so very much. My way of looking at, speaking, and acting in the world made me beloved by my clan for what I could do, even if not for who I was. Shalador just appeared one day, quite suddenly. I rarely got a moment to myself, someone always after me for my magic. I valued my solitude. I was not happy to see it disturbed by some bewildered stranger appearing in the middle of my alchemy garden, stumbling all over my whitecaps and ipstles. I tore him for his responsibility and scolded him for his sloppy oral magic. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Hey, Torchbug. Ulfsild's log, the griffin and the fox. Okay, we're seeing torch bugs all over the place. Talk to our votary notary.
I know that look. You've been tasked with busy work, haven't you?
Mm-hmm. Any advice?
Watch your back in Vasya Diedenot if you head that way. The place is full of ruffians and cutthroats. Stealing a bunch of supplies from merchants is tame for them. I'm surprised they didn't gut them for fun.
It seems like the Netch has stopped its pranks.
Any advice?
If you're going to be fishing in Vardenfell, make sure you have bait. If you don't have the right bait for the right water, you won't catch a thing.
Standard, fishing 101. That's all you got. Okay. Talk to our votary notary Nalia.
Thanks for all you're doing to help restore the Scalarium. If there's anything I can do to help, just let me know.
Netch asked me to complete some favors. Any idea on which?
Do that Westweald one personally. I know plenty of people who left Valenwood with King Nantharion that I'd like to keep safe.
Alright. Adept Ernard.
Everyone keeps talking
Mhm.
about these odd things happening to them. They're
Yep.
saying it's this Netch luminary.
Favors. Anything I could do?
The Imperial City. I'm sure I don't need to tell you how dangerous it is there right now. Daedra,
Mhm.
the only roaming enemy that'll run you through first chance they get.
Crow.
It's in good faith. Some have found its attitude irksome, but I believe its intentions are pure. I hope more come to walk these halls with the passion of the Netch.
Well, the Netch asked me to complete some favors. Any advice?
If you decide to head into either the Forgotten Wastes or that other place that I will not attempt to pronounce,
And she left
take your
inked.
guard. The creatures that roam there are more powerful than most. You may do well to bring a companion with you.
Okay, bosses in Forgotten Waste or Nietzsche Lefting. We'll keep that idea in reserve. Three items from the mines. That'll be an easy one. Kill some Daedra and Vardy. That's gonna be an easy one. Well, I don't even think I have to go too far on that.
harvesting runestones. Bet they weren't expecting that.
Yep. Yep. You just need to. Yep. Every time I hear you say "time to bring the lightning," I'm reminded of a Florida executioner. A river fishing also, I need river bait.
I know this is supposed to be relaxing, but I just want to dive in there and grab the fish with my hands. How do you stay so still?
Oh, God. And I gotta do this 2 more times, so let's go ahead and kill this clam here, get some more.
Show off a little.
Four more.
Watch me go. What's going on?
That's 1 game of 3. So I don't have to hear Ember's whinging. Do-do-do-do-do-do. Alright, find ourselves another, fishing hole.
What kind of trouble we getting into?
Saltwater fishing hole. Switch to worms. Fish! Fishin', fishin', fishin'. Alright, you fish. I'm quite looking for our special fish. Longfin. Now we got that. Choices. We got Close of Westfield and Persian Portal. Hop over to the Bastard Dignet Mines and recover stolen items. But yeah, that was a interesting experience and change.
Let's go do something exciting.
Yep, yep. Hate shit get hit, I suppose. Now we got that dealt with. Run, grab, go, and we are recovered. Mm-hmm. Stellarium Main Hall.
You are most impressive, not
Eh.
I will ensure the mortals I have in mind are aided by your buoyant deeds.
Mm-hmm.
Time. Let us talk about your proper trial, and another mortal altogether.
Alright, what do you want me to do?
I try to stay buoyant. I do. If we are to brush the ground, it should be for good reason. A father breathes his last in Vardenfell at a clinic in the town of Suron. He has regrets to resolve before his soul becomes untethered and drifts away.
How?
Your cleverness almost reaches that of Ulfsild, not Ulfsild. His soul has splintered into 3 parts. While
Ask Nalia.
you and the night can flow with the wind.
I'll chat her up.
Suspended by your
We'll talk to our votary notary here momentarily. First things first, though. Let's go ahead and head off to the votary notary. Votary Nalia. The votary notary.
Knight, you have an aptitude for magic. Perhaps you just have not found the right teacher.
Mm-hmm.
You sound like my mother. I know enough magic to get by, it's just not my focus.
The ink does not yet flow. I assume you are still working to complete the Netch's trial.
Mm-hmm. We'll talk up to votary notary.
The crow has warmed up to me, which is great. But now she wants to start tutoring me. It's like I'm back at my mother's home again.
Oh dear.
How goes your trial with the Netch?
Actually, the Netch wants you to help me out.
Me? Of course. From chasing illusionary squirrels to luminary trials? It's been quite a day. Do you know why it wants me to tag along?
Wanted to explain things to you itself.
When a magical being asks you to help out, you help out. This will be an interesting story to tell my parents when I head home for New Life Fest. See you when I catch up, adventurer.
Alright, see you soon. Thank goodness they gave me an actual portal to Surin. Aldenlon's clinic.
Father, I got here as soon as I could. Please, can you hear me?
I'm sorry, my love. He's very weak.
Let's see. Eric?
Are you in here with the clinic? Please, we came as soon as we heard.
With the clinic, what happened?
Nothing could kill my father. He was a soldier and later a mercenary. Tough as they come. So when he wrote to me about this illness, I knew it was serious. He expected me to... I tried, but it's one thing to hold a sword and another thing to use it.
Anything that can be done?
No. The clinic says he's beyond their help. If I could just speak to him one more time, put our bitterness behind us and ease his passing.
Alec, Malvina, hello. It must be a surprise to see me.
Nalia? What are you doing here?
I'll fill you in shortly. We're here to help. A friend, can I have a word?
You work with Nalia? Are you with the main?
You're a friend of Nalia's.
I had no idea my father was even sick. We're old friends, so I'm eager to help however we can. Did the Netch explain how I'm going to help you? Back to where we began with portals?
It did. Something about moving with the wind.
That sounds like the Netch. Apparently you're not the only one being tested here. Alec's father, Yehones, is still alive, but his soul is splintered and drifting across the face of Nirn.
And you're gonna help me with the portals to get it all together again.
Yes. Any other time, I'd be annoyed. Portals are all the guild thinks I'm good for. But this is important. I'll remain here, divine where you're headed next, and open pathways as you go. It gave me some kind of mystical ink that will help us out.
An ink that'll connect you to the soul fragments.
That's what the Netch said. Something about the ink snarling my tendrils with the wayward soul fragments.
Well, I'm ready.
Please, is there anything you and your friend can do?
I just want him to know I'm here.
One moment, Alec. This ink is... it's working. You're headed to Dragon Bridge. Walk with Magnus.
First mission, my first brush with death. The Reach folk had us on the run. I was so far from home and certain I'd die alone. I fought with everything I had. My wife was at home by herself. She told me she had news for me when I returned. I needed to know what it was.
dare you interfere with our plans? The Reach will be victorious! No! Bring must fall!
People making XP.
Well, I'm at the end, aren't I?
Mm-hmm.
Rich. My blood warmed the icy water. I should have died that day. Yeah, maybe I did. Mariel, Blackberry Mead, Border Watch, Alec, my life's pride. Were all those warm memories just the dreams of a dying young soldier?
Not a dream. Alec's waiting for you back in Surin.
Alec? Yes. This is where I learned of Alec. Near death. Perhaps nearer than I am now. I remember tendrils cradling me.
What did you say?
To live for my son.
He's with you right now in Surin.
Loftily done! Nalia, the next portal, if you please. To Border Watch Ruins you go!
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
The day I thought Alec would join me as a soldier in my new assignment. The day he would break my heart. He was still a little boy when I put that wooden sword in his hands. I'd convinced myself that he aspired to be like me. That he was a fighter.
To the cellars. Courtyard.
It was here at Border Watch that I was given command so many years ago. I sent for my son, urging him to enlist. We would defend these walls together. And he arrived, only to hand in his blade.
Why is that so important to enlist with you?
Alec had such a love of history. I thought he'd relish the chance to stand with the soldiers that made it. I wanted to fight side by side with my son. Wanted that life so badly. Handing me his blade felt like he'd run it through my heart.
What did you say to him?
I told him he'd be a failure. That he'd come crawling back. What loving father does that? Defiance. What possessed me to say such things?
Then head back to Sir and you can still reach out to him.
Only one remaining not all-sealed. Nalia, a portal to Blightbog Sump, please.
Flip to Blightbog Sump.
My final mission. My wife, long gone. My son estranged and beyond beyond my reach. I was alone. Soldier's worst nightmare.
Where's the quest? Okay. Dump out the big ass fucking tits. I bet. Jahones.
My final venture is a man of the sword.
Mm-hmm.
My station and took to mercenary work. I tracked a bounty to these ruins filled with traps and monsters. I was lost, injured. I fell and my torch went out. I was alone. So alone.
What happened?
I saw a shape in the darkness, looming like a storm cloud. Tendrils swaddled me like a babe. I did not fight as they held me close, set me on my feet. And I heard that laughing voice from all those years before.
What did it say?
It told me of Alec's life, his wife, his work as a respected historian. Alec was happy, and I was happy to hear it. I left these ruins, but I didn't have the courage to write my son until I fell ill. And then it was too late to make amends.
It's not. Alec's waiting for you in Suran.
Well done, not Ulsealed. Nalia will see you back to Suran, where father and son reunite.
And we'll do that as soon as we get this book. There we go. That helps. Watch father and son get back along again.
It's Alec. I'm here. Just be still.
My boy, I've much to say after coming so far. Just let me catch my breath.
He can hear me. He knows I'm here. My father doesn't have to pass from this world alone.
He was still there, I just had to urge him back.
This is all I had. Mother passed when I was young. We regretted what we said to each other, but the years got away from us. What do I do? How can I make up for all these years we've missed together?
Say what you want to say while there's still time.
I'll try to tell him everything.
Thanks.
Alec, my life's pride. I'm so sorry. Those things I said to you. I wish I could take it all back.
I know, Dad. I'm sorry I didn't give you the chance to make amends.
Shh, my boy. We're together now. That's all that matters.
We've done all we can here. Let's head back to the Scalarium and speak with you-know-who.
You heard it. Downstairs. Thank goodness the portal's right where we exit. After we did the father-son reunion. Did I? Oh yeah, good. Good. Netch!
What a marvelous game we just played!
Alex seemed to be grateful.
Vicious trick, returning his father just in time. Grief is heavy, not good for floating. Regret, that's even worse. Alec and his father were trapped beneath all that weight, and now they are both just a little lighter.
Light enough to talk it out.
Now you're getting it.
Have I earned your respects?
Absolutely.
I'll try.
Use it to amplify the altar and seek to better the world through your scribing.
Happy.
Thank Nalia. And don't be a stranger, or I'll find an excuse to start wandering the Scalarium again.
Oh dear.
There you are. About to power up the altar again.
And now, power up the Fountain of the Netch. And talk to the votary notary.
Thank you. It means a lot that we could help Alec find some closure.
You're
I wonder
welcome.
if Ulfsild ever faced a personal trial like this when she met the Luminaries the first time.
Maybe.
I guess we just have to do what we can when we can and hope for the best. Oh, Magnus, did the Netch teach us a lesson?
Possibly. Why do you think the Netch drew you in its trial?
The Netch acted like it was another trick, but I felt for some time like my magic has stagnated. It was really hard. I feel the same way.
Ah, at last, we come to the final wing.
And Sigil of the Luminary Netch. To Grivier Adrad, Second Secretary to Archmagister Emeritus Van Scalarian from Ernard Rinril and Depth worked at the Scalarian. Mm-hmm. Great. And now, Wolfsill's log, the niche. The secret of the niche. Our story part 2. Mm-hmm. Do. So yeah, let's go ahead. Now that we've walked all that around, let's go ahead and talk to the crow. Yardbird.
Atop a mountain of accomplishments. An interloper no longer. You've unlocked the wings of the Netch, the dragon, the griffin, and the Indrik. Now, only a final door remains.
The unmarked, is it open?
And beyond lies your final trial to restore the Scalarium. Your proctor for this test shall be me. As you may have already guessed, I am the last luminary who might lend their power to the scribing altar.
So, it's your wing.
The wing of the crow. When we first met, I said that it was up to the luminaries if you would be Ulfsild's inheritor. Now, you face a test unlike any you have seen before. There is an echo of Ulfsild nearby. Listen to it, and then we fly.
Well, boogity boogity boogity, let's get racing. Echo the final trial.
Congratulations. You've accomplished incredible things. Through you, my work finally lives on. Is there any allies you choose? We will see if the crow deems you worthy. If you are the inheritor of the Scholarium. See you on the other side.
Notary, Notaria.
You say she's a luminary?
Mm-hmm.
She was Ulfsild's familiar. I suppose she could be both.
Yeah.
Hold on, congratulations! You're heading into your final trial!
Yep. Ulfsild said I could gather any allies I want for the trial. Want to join me?
I guess that makes sense, since the portal to get here was keyed to 2 people. And after all, it's my duty as a Knight of the Lamp to follow you into the unknown, to protect you from the dangers therein.
So that's a yes?
You're damned right I'll see this through to the end with you.
Alright, let's get in this here. Wing of the Crow! The 3 more echoes here eventually, I believe.
must be the crow's domain. Incredible! Maybe those echoes can tell us more.
The truth of the Green Pact. Mm-hmm. 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 Corbin even had. Mm-hmm. 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 Whole lot of stuff to go through and a fair bit of time. So, let's get going.
This ritual had everything I had and more. It worked, I think, and I will leave part of myself behind. Will it be enough for those that come after? Will anyone follow in my footsteps? I refuse to believe all this work was for nothing. Could come from anywhere, from a distant era. A brighter time, I dare to hope. I trust the luminaries. They will ensure the right person steps into the role.
Echo of loyalty.
Any attempt to save the Scholarium would only provoke Sheogorath. As far as I know, the Daedric princes know nothing of the luminaries. I have to seal this place away, so it feels like locking away parts of my heart and soul. I suppose in some ways, it is.
And there we go. Flop our way through, click all.
These echoes must be from Ulfsild's final days here. They're so And unfortunately, none are quite as instructive as the ones she left in the Scalarium.
Well, if it's part of the final trial, what do you think they're trying to tell us?
So far, they're just reinforcing what we already knew. Ulfsild sealed away the Scalarium to protect it from Sheogorath. Kind of lovely, actually, the way she said it was for the luminaries. And there was that bit about a ritual. Did you catch that?
You know what ritual she's talking about?
Maybe it was the sealing ritual, something she left behind to protect the Scalarium. She described it as a piece of herself? Wait, the echoes, look! What are they pointing at?
Fable of the Crow. The Crow was fond of talking, traveling, and shiny things. Only one in the woods answered her call and matched her wits. He was the Raven, handsome, solitary, and wise from his many years. For too long they were birds of a feather, building a grand nest together. All the magic of the forest were theirs. The Crow collected shinies, gifts from her friends in the woods. At first Raven had many questions. But what are these gifts of mystery? They reward my curiosity, answered the Crow. And these gifts of loyalty, they were given to protect me. They strengthen our friendship, Crow explained. It's an awful lot of unexpected charity. Raven observed. My friends are compassionate. It's good to share things like our nest. There's plenty of room for us. And more. Though the Raven quickly lost interest in these curios, he saw they made the Crow happy and made no complaint when she stashed these gifts beneath their grand nest. One day Raven told the Crow he was thinking of bartering their nest. The Crow was distraught. What could her Raven have for possibly considering trading their nest for, and to whom? He told her a stranger offered to trade it to him for a star. It could spell disaster. Then the Crow to hide herself in the dark using and guard her. Yes, Crow could not promise her return. She would leave this place. With her back, she would build a new nest.
Maybe there's something with the echoes in that book. See if they have anything more to say.
What lies always ahead of you, so you will never see it. What is always coming, but never arrives. Existence itself is a mystery. An unmapped territory. Speak your vow of mystery.
Mystery, curiosity, loyalty, protect, charity, compassion. Loyalty, mystery of compassion.
What lies always ahead of you. Speak your vow of mystery. Your vow. Kindness is like the first snow of winter. Get enough of it. Speak your vow of charity. Your vow. Speak your vow of loyalty. Your vow, you understand. And you are ready to take the next step.
Let's go.
Our way forward. Now the real work begins.
Time for Labyrinthian. Wing of the Crow. Fox's Labyrinthian.
Welcome to the Labyrinthian, or at least my version of this ancient maze.
Oh, fun.
Welcome to my roost, to the Wing of the Crow. I am a luminary just like the others, though I'm the youngest of our number by far.
Why didn't you tell us?
When we first met, I didn't know your quality.
Fine, what do I do?
Domain to be the perfect trial space, based on Shalador's Labyrinthian.
Alright.
Named us luminaries.
We'll get started on it. Talk to the Votary Notary.
It's amazing.
Pro 7 needs to solve the puzzle.
And she mentioned the dragon. I'm here to help.
Alright. Solve the Luminary Fires riddle.
Use your power responsibly.
This is so much better than reading.
Stay buoyant and breezy.
Act with justice.
Waiting to try this spell out.
Develop a keen mind.
went up. You did it!
That was, interestingly enough, let us navigate to Labyrinthian.
Beautiful. But I bet that's a quick trip down.
Hello, friends. You're not meant to go straight down. That's why I'm here. It's you! Hi, it's me. When the Griffin told me you'd entered the Crow's Wing, I knew you needed me. After all, Ulfsild told me you would. I'm supposed to help you get past this next bit.
She did.
See? Just like your knight said, we're pretty high up in the air.
How are you gonna help me?
There are a couple of wards along the way. You reveal and break them, and I can dig to reveal the path. Easy.
Well, let's get going.
Path as you break the wards. Dig. Here's a focal point to start you off. Watch your step. Follow close and go quick. This is so fun.
Oh, fun. Problem? Why aren't you moving, Fox?
Wait, the path isn't down there. Come back. Follow close and go quick. This is so fun. Nice. We should be able to make it to the next platform.
That was annoying.
Thank Magnus, solid ground. Are we done?
We're done with the first half. Yep. Get ready for part 2. Off we go. Keep up, and eyes out for those wards.
There we go, there we go.
Great. Keep it up.
Oops!
Off we go. Keep up, and eyes out for those wards. Sorry, friends, we're almost there. Almost done. Ah, we made it! We were so high up. That was so much fun. You did great. This is where I leave you. I know you can do it. Good luck.
And now...
Is it over?
Nalia, adventurer, you made it.
Some of those unstable orbs again, blocking our path. You see a focal point? I bet that's the key. That did it. Keep an eye out. Could be anything in here.
Now, let's see. That was easy. Talk to the crow.
Welcome to the end. You've overcome innumerable challenges, and you stand poised to fulfill the legacy left behind by Ulfsild all those years ago. You are the inheritor of the Scalarium.
Thank you. What's left?
You've collected grimoires, scoured the world for scripts, and scribed powerful spells and skills. You have power, Inheritor, and I want to see you demonstrate it.
Ow.
No matter how clever or compassionate we are, we must fight for what we believe in. Gather your feathers, use what you've learned on your journey, and defeat the beast of the maze. Good luck. Rise, Area!
Is it? This I can do.
All right. We'll go ahead and deal with Awarioth, Inheritor's Bane here. After the... Actually, do I want to do it now or later? Now or later? Screw it. We're almost done. Let's push.
Prove yourself, Inheritor.
Heads up! We've got some orbs! Quick, Chimera Swarm! Can you get to a focal point? Find the orbs, spell it!
Let's chat up the crow.
Arterioth could meet no more fitting end.
Mm-hmm.
Inheritor, you've come all this way on the wings of fables. Let me tell you one final story. In the last days of the Scalarium, Ulfsild's heart was filled with sorrow.
And much I know from her notes.
Ulfsild gave up so much to develop the art of scribing. The Scalarium was her home, and the luminaries were her family. On the precipice of everything, she spread her wings and soared. She enacted a rite, the ultimate act of scribing.
What did she do?
She gathered every scrap of evidence she found during her time with the luminaries, and created one of her own. A wellspring of magic, the heart of the Scalarium, was expended through the scribing altar, and I was born.
Ulfsild created you?
The scribing rite flashed the Archmage's mind upon the gathered power, and so I am her from that moment. I went from woman to crow, and had precious little time to speak with myself before the Scalarium was torn away.
Incredible.
The crow, a piece of Ulfsild left behind to see scribing passed to you, to the world.
The luminaries. Look!
She wisely used her power to ensure her legacy.
Ulfsild's keen mind ensured you could follow in her footsteps.
She was a fierce protector, defiant for what she cared about most.
Her compassion lifted everyone around her, just as it lifted you.
I am the shadow of a singular person, a being born in sorrow, but filled with hope. I have soared on the winds of magic for centuries to be here with you today, Inheritor. I was Ulfsild, it's true, but after all these years, I much prefer my feathers. Only two things remain. Who will tend to the Scalarium, and the location of the final sigil, the last bit of power needed to amplify the altar.
What do you mean, tend to it?
I have watched you and Nalia as you have struggled through the trials. Life is a maze. Legacies are a blessing, and the burdens of both should not be endured alone. You are a master of scribing, but I can already sense other adventures await you.
That usually has a nasty habit of happening.
Indeed. Nalia, Knight of the Lamp. Do not shirk from my gaze. You have proven yourself, side by side, through challenges of the mind and heart. I would have you take up the mantle of the Scalarium's librarian, its master.
I'll chat her up about it.
Then that just leaves my sigil. Ulfsild's sigil. After she completed the rite and left me to safeguard the Scalarium, she took that symbol with her. I sense its final resting place, along the water's edge in the hold of Eastmarch.
Alright, now I'll seek it out.
Hang on. Me? Tend to the Scalarium? What will I tell the Rotary Commander? In the meantime, let me get that portal to Eastmarch going.
You'll do just fine, Knight. I will await.
Do-do-do-do-do-do. Archmage Ulfsild's house.
I don't see a sigil, but she did leave us an echo.
Alright, an echo of Ulfsild. Let's go.
Ulfsild, but she looks older.
Ulfsild the Evergreen.
It's been years since my time in the Scalarium, but I realized I never left a final message behind. As my life draws to an end, I've left a few things unsaid.
Mm-hmm.
I'm certain in history won't carry on my name. I never sought recognition. I created scribing to understand magic better, to understand myself better. But of course, my journey did not end when I left the Scholarium. The ritual to create a luminary took an enormous toll. It took years to recover, and Shaladov was long gone by that point. It was a dark time, but it wasn't the end of my story. Dark chapters are just that. Moments in time. Downturns in the tale.
I see.
Things got better. I found new purpose, students eager to learn, new partners in research, and new partners in life. When I was a young woman, I was obsessed with the Scholarium, with the power of the luminaries. As I cast this echo, surprised how easily the magic came back to me. I have much to be grateful for. I'm a respected hedge wizard in Skyrim. They know me only as a compassionate, wise teacher. Which brings me back to you. I know you didn't walk this path alone. I made sure of it. I hope it was worth it. Take from this place the sigil of the Crow, and know that Ulfsild the Evergreen never forgot her magical friends. My days will end soon, I think, but they end happy. With me at my little desk, in my little home, scratching away in some journals. My fable, my story, ends where it began. Now go. Describe your own.
I will. We will. I promise.
Yeah. I kind of think that's a slight bit of a lie there. Technically she left Shalador because he was obsessed with recovering Ivea.
Ulfsild gave up so much when she left the Scholarium behind. It sounds like she found her own path in the end. Makes me feel better about all of this.
All of what?
The Crow wants me to be the master of the Scholarium. She wants me to step into Ulfsild's boots.
You want to try?
Said it.
Let's head back.
Portal for you, my friend.
Good. At least you'll be relieved never having to do that much again. And now, let's get this show on the road.
Ulfsild left behind the sigil. Your sigil.
I'm relieved to hear it.
That's up to my colleague.
The altar is yours,
Nalia,
Inheritor.
what's your plan?
I think I'm going to stay on here. See what happens if we open the Scholarium to the world. What? I think maybe, just maybe, my parents might be impressed with me next time I go home to visit.
You gonna do what the Crow wanted?
I'm going to start by convincing the Votary Commander to keep me assigned here. Scribing is a lost art form because Ulfsild worked alone and in secret. If we open the doors of the library to the guild...
You think the guild will take to it?
If there's one thing about the adepts of the Mages Guild, they love an intellectual puzzle. Maybe someday, there might be an altar like this one in every guild hall across Tamriel.
It was quite the journey.
Completely restored. Every wing of the Scholarium is open and humming with power. And it's all thanks to you.
All right.
How would you feel about us opening our doors to the guild? Letting the world appreciate Ulfsild's legacy firsthand.
I believe Ulfsild the Evergreen would have loved that. Don't worry, Inheritor. I'll continue to guide Nalia.
Yep.
I really think Nalia's discovered her calling here in the Scholarium.
Amazing how far we've come since that day I first flagged you down.
Julian?
I'm not easily impressed, adventurer, but you've lived up to expectations.
Rise from empty mouths. Conquest of Hubalashad. Sigil of the Netch analysis. Sigil of the Griffin analysis. Our story, part 3. Mm-hmm. Chronicler's Travelogue, Volume 8.
If you're looking for something and don't see it, just be...
Alright. Go to burn these scripts. Burn these and burn these. Mm-hmm. Dungeons, IA, arenas, PvP, and masteries. Healing, remedy, resolve, and all.
Chroniclers in the Mages Guild. Scripts and grimoires. I have them.
one keeps your sleekest possessions safe.
Alrighty then.
There's really no such thing as junk.
Go ahead and
Got plenty of goods fresh off
The key when shopping is...
yeah, we're gonna go ahead and do some proper freaking scribing, you think? And now... I think Wolfsild's Apprentice actually unlocks another one, I think.
You'd be amazed at the wonders I've found.
I'm sure with class. Let's see. Journal 3. Our story, part 4. Mm-hmm.
Amazing how far.
Of course, a 20-second timer. Homeseal's contingency for my magical contingency plan. Let's head back. $3,780. Like, poison damage does stamina. Elemental explosion. 10 meters. I think I'm gonna have fun with this. Soul Burst. Interrupt casters. Deal magic damage. Bolt. Mm-hmm. 2 seconds. Oh, yes. We'll next do an Ulfsilt's contingency where we're going to the Mage's Guild ability. We'll clear those out. Magic damage, lingering torment, and target self duration. Now let's see. Damage with healing is a contingency. And grant minor resolve. Torchbearer is unusable for now. Go ahead and pop that, and pop that. Now let's see. We're gonna go ahead and give this a try out here. worked out pretty well. To the guild portal hub. Ivea and Skingrad. Can't obviously go back to the rooms, but... head back to Skingrad City for the Way Shrine and... Yep. I will say this, scribing is actually going to be an interesting little tidbit. Provided, of course, they figure out how to fucking ensure the drop rate on the goddamn and the whole mess actually gets improved for some of this. Skill styles, of course, appear to be cosmetics. So let's go ahead and figure something out.
The new forest worries me. Nothing natural ever grew that quickly.
It's those wood elves. Valenwood is trying to annex territory that is rightfully ours.
Alright. And there we go. That. There we go. Enchanting table. Craft. Reagents here. That is flesh fly larvae. Okay! That was slightly disconcerting, but... woodworking. There we go, 6 filet-o-fish. Then you gotta do a roast corn. And a nut brown. Shipment of idiots. So I already know that. Where are we at? You're okay with that. Skills, collections.
You helped the High King select Queen Asselt. What an excellent choice, friend.
There we go. Well, I did promise if I had time I would do this, and try as I might, I do have the time.
There you are. I have been expecting you.
Not now, Laramel. Heading back to Apocrypha. Here are Files for Infinite Archive, formerly Endless Archive. Since we are here, you can invite a party, a friend, or you can bring your companion along, or you can solo this bitch.
I can't believe I'm dealing with this problem. Your fate walks these halls. Come here.
Alright.
There's no time for pleasantries or interrogations. Thoat Replicanum is summoning maligraphies. Creatures of ink.
Thoat Replicanum?
Daedra. I saw her name scrawled in many margins.
What's your plan?
Are the true names of Daedra. If we collect the pieces of Thoat Replicanum's mimic, we can use it to summon her and rid the Infinite Archive of her malaise. At least that's what I hope happens.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not destitute, if that sways you.
You know a way to a man's heart. The wallet.
That door
I'll help.
will take you into the archive.
Alright, let's go, Ember. Let's give this a try. Twink. Normally. We'll go back to the index, okay. Alright, let's go. Alright, that's the stage.
The Great Eye offers you verses. They're advantages that will last as long as your next fight.
I didn't file this wing. I mean, look at it.
Select a verse while I create a portal.
Guardian of Pestilence. You are accompanied by Guardian of Plague and Rod. When in combat, Guardian will slowly decay until it perishes. You or your ally may detonate the corpse, dealing damage within 30 meters. After detonation, the corpse plays the area for 30, dealing... That's a nice bit every half tick. We'll take the Pestilence Guardian.
I must perceive the forthcoming for the accounts. resolve this conflict.
Chooseverse, head-on defense. Damage reduced. Bash now stuns. Break damage reduction.
When you choose the burst, do you think the tentacle will disappear?
This calligraphy. I recognize it. In this case, that may not be a good thing. Be careful. He's offering you visions.
What did you find? Let me
Those
see.
last longer than verses. Hang on, what's this?
Fragment
of a mimic. You couldn't drop the whole thing? Well, if this calligraphy happens, the others might too. Keep going.
Increase that boon. Vision, where magical rate grows. 25% per stack. Nope. I'm afraid it's only just begun. I know that's not going to win me any SAG awards, but...
I missed it! I'm sure you fought well.
I did. All right.
Don't mind me. I'm just noting the issues here.
Over there. There we go.
Doesn't seem like it'll last too long. Let's go. Do these Maligraphies know who you are? Are gone and I can resume my work.
Switch Gale.
It's not every day that we get to stop our work. The whole...
Avoid Mother, eh?
Don't mess with a street kid.
Is working. You're collecting the fragments, and I'm learning more about Thoat. One of the books called Thoat, she became vivified ink. As you continue to fight, I'll try to figure out what that means.
And... Number 3! There we go.
Right this way, mortal. To me and your well-deserved rewards.
Tomfoolery!
The filers found a secondary location. No malligraphies, but a verse. If you want it.
Oh, it's the pig one!
Those sweet rolls aren't for you.
I'll carve you up.
Stop running away.
There we go. Hey, Falls Butcher, you defeated the Butcher.
Look out, everyone.
No!
Amriel
No!
says
This is all wrong! I didn't file any of these books there.
Alright, 1 and a 2 and a 1, 2, 3.
This wing is particularly
waiting to try this
flammable.
spell out.
Try not to set anything alight. Don't damage the books!
Doesn't scare them? Nothing really.
Is it over? Good, good. Now I can get that book Malchus needed.
Yay! Mm-hmm.
You want to talk about something?
Have you noticed that some wings of the...
Mm-hmm. Who do we got? A weeping woman. Mm-hmm. Circuit. Dun, dun, dun. Bow, 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 bow. Pop out our monument chest.
Multiple books. I think
Like
it's
that
so she
can be
can create
misleading,
calligraphies
either
of
full of
herself.
jewels or full of rotten tissue.
Delightful. Uncomfortable revelations aside, I won't complain about another Mimic fragment. We're getting closer to our goal. Keep going.
There we go. That was a nice long slug.
Archive has martial skills. It's a good thing you came along.
Uh-huh.
Be careful, and try not to cause any more disarray. Don't appreciate violence as much as Aru, but that was somewhat enjoyable.
Fire orbs near Peria. Wow! That was getting annoying.
This is it. This is the fragment we needed. This completes the mimic. All we need now is a place to summon her. Keep Thoat and the Maligraphies busy while I look for the perfect location.
Alrighty then, let's go ahead and... Alrighty then. Another bit of health reserve. One, two, oh, 1, 2, 3. There we go, that's 1. One down. And now let's take another portal to the unknown.
The great Aramil is always prepared for a duel. long since suffering a loss.
Who are you?
I have the fortune of being a famed duelist. Challengers of every discipline sought me out. When they couldn't defeat me, I accepted many of them as students. Oh, and I wrote a book, The Apprentice's Assistant. Perhaps you've read it?
I know it. You're that Aramil.
How wonderful it is to meet someone interested in the fine art of dueling.
How'd you get to be famous?
I am fortunate. I have magical powers, dexterous feet, and a sharp mind.
How do I get better?
Practicing.
Monument chest. Get our reward.
Make sure there aren't any dregs.
That should get us to number 2. I have to admit it's getting better.
Repairs the portal for you.
Pick our verse. Do we want a transfusion when we damage the enemies? Damage over time heal, or do we want to find wealthy enemies? Ah, yes.
Place of Thoat Replicanum's power. Please come closer. Thoat's sure to be upset when I use the Nimic. I read all that you are. I command you to come here.
Cannot kill me. You're strong, but are you smart?
anymore.
I'm your enemy!
I wouldn't want this to be too simple. Let us test your perseverance.
I'm the one who summoned you, Thoat.
Enough of this! Oh no! Your attacks are so strong! Can you dodge me now? Overcome this, your reflection.
You are as a book, but I am your librarian.
Yeah, the librarian's about to pull your card, though, it.
Myself in the archive. This is not the end of me. Tear the pages from the book!
Fucking dick! You fucking bitch!
Well, that's one Replicanum erased.
You have no idea how long I wanted to fucking kick her ass!
There's so much still to research. Why couldn't Emmaus Mora be the prince? When you continue, take care. I know better than to hope other maligraphies won't stand in your way.
We're gonna get this dealt with.
Was Thoat Replicanum always here?
That's it, we defeated him.
And yet we very much did not.
And there are other versions? So how do we get rid of it?
Of Thoat are separate entities with different experiences.
There are fewer that attack you.
The filers feel safer, and I can... More maligraphies? Can't Thoat Replicanum take a break?
What happened at Firebrand Keep was downright embarrassing. Glad you restored order.
Gonna take this opportunity to get going here. And let's go. Wow, I got freaking Inferno to death. But hey, at least I got the fucking Margins of Ire done. That didn't work. Alright, Pillar of Nirn, Pillar of Nirn. See, Pillar Explosion, Pillar of Nirn, Retaliation, 5 Fire Runes, and the Killing Blow being a Brimstone Hailfire. Well, it's finally done at least. I can say that much. You can't get help, yep.
You took a real beating in there. Give the Index time to reconnect you to the archive before you go back in.
The reset hourglass.
Ah, there you are. I have been expecting you.
Alrighty then, now that we've gone a bit further than even I actually care to do, all that's left to say is that I do hope you all come back here eventually, as far as live streams are concerned. But as far as those of you watching on VOD, hit that like, hit that subscribe, ring the freaking bell. That way you can get notified whenever we drop down VODs. Also go over to twitch.tv/BiafraRepublic. Give me a follow there and make certain the bell remains rung there. That way you can get alerted whenever we go live, so that way you can get drops whenever we're live. Because the only way to get drops for Twitch is to be live on Twitch. Can't get it on VOD on YouTube. And anyways, from yours truly, Biafra Republic from B-Rep Media. All I have left to say is thanks for tuning in, and see you all next time with some wonderful, wonderful content.